The 22-year-old drug kingpin Wyatt Pasek, better known online as Oxygod, was arrested this week and sentenced to serve 17 and a half years in federal prison. Oxygod and two of his associates were accused of making counterfeit opioid pills in Newport Beach, California. The young Oxygod ordered fentanyl from China and pressed it into counterfeit oxy pills, which he would then sell as real oxy pills using the dark web, which would then be distributed throughout the United States.
Fake lunch buster can't bust me.
Until his arrest, Oxygod lived in a $5,500 a month penthouse in Newport Beach, California. He went under the monikers Oxygod as well as Young 10X. At the time of Wyatt's arrest, federal agents found over 100,000 counterfeit opioid pills, as well as bundles of fentanyl and bundles of cash. It's rumored that during this time, you had to be buying at least 5,000 pills or spending at least $20,000 to get a face-to-face with the young Oxygod. Now, unfortunately, Wyatt wasn't very humble about his newfound success, and it's one of the things that might have got him in trouble. He went under the moniker Young 10X on Instagram and posted his lavish lifestyle, cars, money, and weapons almost daily. If you actually look at his federal indictment, this put the feds onto him a lot sooner than they would have been if he wasn't using Instagram. When agents received information from informants that there was a large counterfeit opioid ring based in Newport Beach, California, it was easy for them to name Wyatt Pasek as the culprit. All they had to do was go on his Instagram for a little bit and check out his lifestyle. Next, they were putting trackers on his car and watching his every move. Eventually, his entire schedule, daily activities, and everything else he did were being watched by the feds, and he had no idea. They watched Wyatt for months, learning who his associates were, where he got his product from, how the product was made, how the product was dispatched to consumers, and everything else about his counterfeit operation. Eventually, federal agents learned where the pills were being pressed, who was pressing the pills, how the pills were being distributed, and using this information, they were able to coordinate a bust that took down Wyatt and all of his associates at the same time. Now, it's said at this time that Wyatt was making over 100,000 counterfeit opioid pills every single week. That's over $500,000 in counterfeit opioids that were being made and distributed by Wyatt Pasek at this time. His associates, Duck Cow and Isaiah Suarez, were also detained and arrested at this time for their involvement in the creation and distribution of counterfeit opioid pills. At this point in time, Wyatt was doing anything and everything he wanted. He was buying watches, drinking expensive bottles of champagne, and showing off his lavish lifestyle on the internet. Little did he know, the feds were right behind him, and they were about to arrest him for everything he had ever done. His life of fantasy and luxury was about to turn into a life of solitude and confinement, and he had no idea. On top of all these bad decisions, Wyatt already had 2 drug-related convictions and was already on multiple federal watch lists. In November, he pled guilty to charges of narcotics trafficking conspiracy, being a convicted felon in possession of a firearm, and money laundering. He was sentenced to 17 and a half years in a Victorville federal prison. The rest of this video is filled with a bunch of exclusive footage from Wyatt's old social media accounts before they were seized by federal prosecutors. It's just some more of his daily life and what he was doing before this whole thing came crumbling down and he got arrested. So feel free to stick around and check that out. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe for more videos like this one.